What's up everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into one of my favorite game genres, the Metroidvania. But this time we're looking ahead to the best upcoming Metroidvanias that I'm personally keeping an eye on. Whether you're hungry for a polished indie game or ambitious blockbusters, I'll pull together 10 titles that promise new twists, fresh worlds, and the kind of exploration, backtracking and discovery moments that makes the genre so special. I'll be walking through each game, why I'm excited, what it brings to the table, and why you might want to wishlist or follow it now. If you're into this kind of deep dive, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe. Alright, let's jump in and explore the future of Metroidvanias. Coming up first is Mio, Memories in Orbit. I was drawn into this one right away. You play as an android called Mio, awakening aboard a massive derelict spaceship called the Vessel. The twist? It's overgrown with rogue machines and vegetation, and the ship's AI caretakers, the Pearls, have stopped functioning. So from the start you're left asking, what happened here? You'll unlock new traversal abilities, things like grappling hooks, gliding, wall climbing, and build up your combat toolkit to face corrupted machines and guardians. What I liked about this is the setting, that it feels very strong. A drifting spaceship turned wild, full of secrets and hidden paths. The demo is already out, so you can get a taste of the atmosphere now. If you're into sci-fi Metroidvanias with a bit of mystery and exploration, and with heavy movement, this one is rising into my wishlist. Keep an eye on it because it may bring both platforming finesse and world-building depth. Coming up next is Constance, a hand-drawn 2D Metroidvania with a paintbrush welding artist at its center. You're not exploring a spaceship this time, you're exploring an inner world, a decaying inner landscape born from the protagonist's mental health struggles. The game offers 6 unique biomes, each representing aspects of her psyche, memories and emotional journey. There is a strong aesthetic appeal, stylish visuals, expressive environments, and mechanics that tie into the painting or brush motive. It's tackling a theme you don't always see in this genre, the emotional interior as a Metroidvania map. The movement and combat seems tight, and the visuals promise a lot. If you love titles like Hollow Knight or Celeste for their precision and mood, Constance could hit that vibe, but with a fresh narrative spin. I will definitely be watching its release date and demo progress. Next up is Mariachi Legends. Easily one of the most stylish and unique Metroidvanias on the horizon. This one is from Halber Studios, the team behind 9 Years of Shadows, and it's steeped in Mexican folklore, Day of the Dead imagery and mariachi spirit. You play as Detective Pablo Cruz, a man who struck a deal with the god of death himself to protect both the living and the dead. That setup alone had me hooked. What follows is a hand-drawn adventure filled with vibrant towns, candlelit cemeteries, and supernatural foes. The entire world drips with color, but beneath it all there's a darker undertone, a struggle between duty, music, and mortality. Combo looks fast and expressive, mixing in swordplay and special abilities inspired mariachi flair. There's an incredible soundtrack driving every encounter, and the visuals are packed with character. Think sugar skull designs, ornate outfits, and cinematic lighting that really makes each frame pop. For me, this one stands out because it's not just another gothic Metroidvania, it's full of heart, heritage, and rhythm. If Guacamelee meets Hollow Knight sounds like your kind of mix, definitely wishlist this one. Coming on number 4 is Bloodstained, the Scarlet engagement. This one has a legacy backing it, but it's shaping up as a meaningful upcoming to Metroidvania. If the game builds on what came before, expect castle-style exploration, gothic themes, big bosses, and meta upgrades that unlock new areas. I grew up with the classic explore, unlock, backtrack cycle of Metroidvanias. When a franchise with established pedigree goes this route, I'm paying attention. If this nails pacing and exploration, it could be one of the big players in the genre I drop here. I'm definitely going to wishlist it and monitor for updates. Coming up next is Rune Fencer Illyia, developed by Notebox Games and slated for release in 2026. You play as Illyia of Moonstone, on a journey through a vast, ruined and beautiful world as you search for your lost twin sister in the sunken kingdom of Ethos. You'll be able to steal enemy abilities, use runic magic and deadly swordplay, and explore massive ruins filled with secret paths and unusual weapons. The aesthetics promise a mix of cute and dark, which is a vibe I dig. When a Metroidvania leans strongly into different abilities that you can combine with runes or exploration, it can reward players who like messing with the systems. If this one nails its traversal and loot and inventory loops, it could definitely be a hidden game. Add it to your wishlist and keep an eye on updates. It could be a standout for 2020. Next is Blighted, from the acclaimed studio Drinkbox Studios, the team behind Guacamelee, and their most ambitious project yet. You're a lone survivor of the Christ destruction, and you must reclaim your people's lost memories in a world overtaken by a deadly blight. These memories are embodied as seeds, and unlocking them gives you power, but also risk. It's a bold twist. While still a Metroidvania in spirit, it leans towards more of an isometric 3D action RPG territory, with a dynamic difficulty, heavy combat finishers, and exploration that rewards secrets. Multiplayer is built in too, up to 3 players in co-op mode, which is rare in this genre. I'm excited that it's the same studio and with the pedigree of Guacamelee, but with a new angle, and it has the potential to shake up the formula. If you're a fan of Metroidvanias and want something fresh, this one is something to watch. Coming up next is Volunteer the Ascension, a game I've got high hopes for. It's from Filipino studio Winter Crew Studios and publisher CDM Studios. You play as Hira, a mysterious young boy of unknown origin, stepping into a world called Rune, haunted by corrupt gods and shifting landscapes. This isn't your standard Metroidvania. You'll explore hand-drawn 2D environments, tackle platforming and combat, and meet over 16 fully voiced allies through the Fated Bond system. Each friend unlocks new skills, story threads, and even impacts how the world reacts. The world itself evolves based on your actions. New areas open, the map transforms, secret shifts, and on top of that, the visuals are gorgeous and ambition. It got 26 biomes and 150 plus unique enemies. JRPG influence in Metroidvania frame. For me, what stands out is how it blends narrative, exploration, and systems. If you like games where your relationships matter, where the map isn't static, where you feel progress in story, as well as in map unlocks, this one is high on my wishlist. You dive into a 2D pixel art world inspired by Moroccan culture and spiritual traditions in Mira and the legends of the Djinns. From the hand-drawn desert dunes to floating islands and ancient necropoli, you'll wield powerful ancient weapons and traverse across varied biomes in search for the last Djinn. The tone captivates me because it blends mythic storytelling with exploration. There's a sense that every corner of the map, every hidden door has a story behind it. The combat is built to reflect that too. Fluid, expressive, and rooted in classic Metroidvania inspiration, but colored by its own identity. I'm personally drawn to how this game sets itself apart, not just by the aesthetics or theme, but by committing to a world that feels distinct. If you enjoy Metroidvanias that offer more than just map unlocks, where the mood, mythology, and movements all matter, this one is absolutely worth keeping an eye on. In Nocturnal 2, you're dropped into the shattered city of Itash, a place that once consumed itself and are waiting to be awakened. Your mission: ignite your sword, spread fire across dark depths and towering heights, rekindle forgotten mechanisms, and uncover the island's buried secrets. What caught my attention is how the game promises movement and traversal as much as combat. The tagline, "Fast, flexible character built for smooth and expressive movement," signals more than kick and swing. It signals a world you feel in motion. For me, this matters because the best Metroidvanias don't just layer abilities, they build on a world that responds, invites you to climb, fall, search, and revisit. If Nocturnal 2 delivers on that promise of verticality and awakening, it could be a standout. I'm adding it to my wishlist now and waiting for its launch. At Fate's End, from the same team behind Spiritfarer, plays with siblings, sword, and scars, not just in the story, but in the systems. You step into the shoes of Shan, heiress to the Hemlock clan, wielding the legendary god sword Asus to explore a lush, handcrafted fancy world and face your estranged siblings in emotionally charged duels. This resonates with me because it blends narrative and action in a way few Metroidvanias attempt. Tactics and words matter as much as your blade. Family legacy is your skill tree, choices shape not just you and your stats, but your meaning. My impression is that if you're looking for a Metroidvania that goes deep, emotionally and mechanically, this one is one to watch. It may be more intense, more action-driven than the studio's past, but it retains that intimate core. I'll be tracking this one for a 2026 release, because this could be one of those games that stays with you after you finish. And that wraps up our list for the top 10 upcoming Metroidvanias I'm most excited about. If you spotted a title you hadn't heard of before, drop a comment and let me know which one you'll be keeping tabs on. I'd love to hear your pick. Thanks for watching, thanks to everyone supporting the channel. Until next time, keep exploring, keep discovering, and I'll see you in the next video.